Yippee! Let's check if Twitch. Jeez. Seems to be fine. I can hear myself and the, screen is visible and whatnot. Alright, good. Close that tab. Also, why do I have this fucking Twitch pop thing? Get out of my face. Well, it doesn't let me scroll. Okay, there we go. God damn. Just don't give me pop-ups. Please. Anyway, you gotta ping the Discord and go to streamer mode. Right click settings. Um, let's see. What do I say about the stream? And what are we doing? I thought about making a better data format for the voxel data on the GPU, I guess. I was gonna say more raycasting shenanigans. I'll leave it at that. There we go. That's done. That's good. Anyway. Alright, so first of all, what has happened since last time? Well, I moved my code into the main branch, away from the fragment shader branch, because this is what I'm doing now. I don't remember when I last streamed. Dude, what would... Okay. What did I do last time? I was thinking about the, past code that I've written. And this is really screwed up. I still had the font in the background. Anyways, going up and looking down, it was really, squished. That has been since fixed. Let me show you. Oh, and also there's some other stuff. I forgot that I did this. But yeah, you can see, I can go above these things. They're not getting squished. I can go below, they're not getting squished. Other side, it's rendering properly. This infinite shenanigans. It's fun. Done intentionally. It's not like this is a bug or anything. I don't... How do I sound not sarcastic? I did implement this. I had to do it. Anyway. Yeah, this is what makes the infinite rendering happen. So basically, just take the... when I decide where the ray should be, I just modulate the position. That's how you do that. And actually, I have to put the camera, in a really far away place. Because if we're at 0, 0, then the modulo operation doesn't do exactly what you would hope it would do. So if I run this, you can see on this side, we have the desired infinite shenanigans, but on this side, it's like a void, and then it's like, guys, I have 4 lunch in my game, guys. 4 lunch. Let's go. Anyway, that's why we start out deep into the voxel shenanigans deep into the world. So we just have this nice field of whatever this shape is. I really like how I just went in the shader, just input some true-false values, and it happened to be a pretty good test shape. But yeah. So that's a thing that happened. Also, oh yeah, I can show you how I arrived at where we are now. Gotta wait for it to load. So I have my playground project here. Because I was having some major issues just casting the race in a way that makes sense. And after that, I had problems with moving the race in a way that makes sense. Both have been solved. One of them, with the help of a friend who's good at maths, better than me. And the second problem I did solve all by myself, which I am proud of. Somewhat at least. I feel like I should have known it in the first place, but whatever. I did solve it in the end. So here we have this. Oh god, I have to press escape to actually have mouse movement. Here's the cursor. Yeah, anyway. So this is the final result that we got from this testing thing. And you can see it's like it's just a thing, right? And it just moves in a way that makes sense, and it just works, right? Like there's nothing wrong with it. Well, let me show you what the previous versions had wrong with them. Let's start with one, I guess. We go here. Yeah, that's not completely right. The rays get squished like above and below, right? And this is actually what was happening to the rendering in last stream. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I fixed previous issue and then this was like another issue. I think this is just all the same issue. So this is happening. I can actually live update this. We use the second function, and it's like it's a different kind of squished in a different direction. And we use 3. Oh, I don't remember this. Oh yeah, this is just moving like one ray. I don't know. It was the wild times. Yeah, then 4 just works. Just moves it. And how do we do it? So, first you can see the incorrect ones here. I basically was thinking, okay, if I have my race angles as radians, surely I can just like add them together and then just construct a vector. Doesn't work. And then I thought, okay, so I'm gonna have a certain vector and just rotate it by the radians. And I feel like this should work, but it just doesn't. I'm pretty sure I tried to shuffle these like every way around that I could. There might be a way where it works, but I couldn't get it to work. And this is like, this logic wouldn't even be translatable to here, like to the shader, because I'm using like good old built-in rotated stuff. I was just desperate to get anything to work, right? And it still didn't work. But anyway. And this is just like some desperation debug. I don't know what I was doing here. And then in 4 we have actually stuff that makes sense. So what we do is, let me pull up GIMP. Actually, I really like this routine of starting the stream and then like recapping what has happened off stream. I really like it. Makes me feel smart. Wait, what? Anyway, we have our screen here. And, you know, we have our UV coordinates where there's like 0, 0 up here, 1, 1 here. First is X, so it would be 1, 0 here, 0, 1 here, right? And whatever pixel we're on, we're going to have some values here, you know, for our X and Y position on the screen. And we take our X and Y position on the screen and we turn it into radians, right? Well, I mean, we take the position as if it was degrees and then turn it into radians. Does that make any sense? Is that actually what we do? Well, here we don't take the screen position, we just take an arbitrary range, right? So, but in the actual code itself, we do take the screen position, but we do a bit of maths. Right here. If we take the screen position, make 0 be the center, and then do this. It makes sense. I don't really feel like explaining this. I guess I should. So where do I even start? But basically, just subtracting from 0.5 just means that, you know, if this is 1, 1, then we're gonna have 0.5 minus 1, right? So, well, this is gonna be negative 0.5 down here. That makes sense. And if at the center of the screen we have, you know, 0.5, normally, well, I'm gonna have 0.5 minus 0.5, right? So it's gonna be 0. So basically, we just make it so the center of the screen is 0, and the edges are 0.5. And then we multiply by 2, so the center is still 0, but the edges are 1. So if I wanted to change this, then this would be 1 as well. This would be 1, 1. This would be 1, 1. This is 1, 1. But some of these are negative, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's happening there. So we have that. And then we just make a vector, and then we just define some rotation matrices. This is where my friend really stepped in. This basically gave me this. I was also looking at the rotation matrix stuff on Wikipedia, and I did see these. I did try to use them. I didn't use them correctly, right? But he's a hero. So anyway, I got working stuff here, and then we just rotate the vector. Wahoo! And then it works. And when I got this like proof of concept working, it's like, oh, I can actually rotate the vectors. Then it was just a matter of translating it into WGSL. And it's basically the same, right? Can I... You don't want to squish on the side of the screen. Why must you do this, Godot? If you compare these, they're basically the same. We have our angle deviations here being defined. Then we make our initial vector. And then, you know, we have our rotation matrices being defined. And then we just do the thing. Wahoo! That's that. But it's a lot easier to debug when you can see the rays like this, you know, just moving about, and you have an actual camera you can use. Just looking at the output, like, how would I say, like, if you imagine that you are this camera, and your, you know, vision rays just go into arbitrary directions and you don't know what's wrong, it's kind of hard to visualize where the rays are going based on what you're seeing on the screen, right? It's not so easy, right? Damn, if I could pop into like the incorrect version quickly, then I would do that and kind of make that more clear. But it's so useful to just have this here and be able to just look at the thing, right? It's so good. And I would imagine that when I move forward with this ray tracing project, then I'm gonna be doing more and more visualizations, like in this thing itself, right? I'm not gonna need Godot anymore for the visualizations. At least I hope so, right? But like getting the camera actually up and running, it's hard to visualize when you can't render, right? So, you know. What else? Yes. So after the camera worked, I had some other interesting issues. I can actually bring up some visuals of this. Let me bring this image to view. So I had this. The camera was working, but the rays weren't happy. You can see there's like some grain here and like a circular pattern with grain on it. Like really strange. But this is basically this floating point error. And actually, I could go over how I fix this. Uh, Yeah, okay, so this is basically the fix. So when we convert a world position into a voxel position, then yeah, we just shift it around a bit. So how do I explain this actually? Do I even understand this code? Let me hold on. Yeah, so we take the current position. Yeah, so we just take the direction the ray is going and then just shift it into that direction a bit before flooring. I mean, I don't know, this might be this code that I just kind of wrote without fully understanding it, but it works. So, you know, massive profits. I do understand it in the way where I know if this value is too large, then we get some graphical errors. Proceeds to get no graphical errors. Hello. I'm supposed to see through these a bit. Like, was it that the edges are? Yeah, okay. The edges are screwed up. But you can see here some fuckery, right? Which is not exactly correct. And if we make the value smaller, then we don't get the same thing. Hoping that's true. No, we still get some fuckery. Actually, what is even causing this? But it's like different. Anyway, it works. Trust me. I don't trust myself. Anyway, fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. At least in the demo scene, like here, this was necessary for the errors to not appear. Actually, the current errors might be because I'm so far away from the origin. Let me... Let's just go to 0, right? Let's see what happens there. Yeah, I want to go a bit away from 0 so we don't have that. Yeah, so we don't have these errors. Okay. I think if I change this now to be a bigger value, we should see the error as well. Yeah, okay. Well, there you can see some clear artifacts already. Not the corner one that I was thinking about. That's interesting. Anyway. It fixes stuff. Trust. I am professional programmer, totally. Anyway, that said, I don't know if I still need this, but I'm gonna keep it in here for now. Actually, let's test this. After this, I'm gonna go through how I did the ray stepping. And then we're gonna go to new stuff. Oh, I'm still here. Hey, that definitely does fix some stuff, huh? Let's actually go to the land once again. Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. Yeah, so that is still needed. Yep. And actually, as impressive as this may look too, having more of these things makes the rendering cheaper. Because if we rendered a bigger world, or like if we rendered these more far apart, then the frame rate tanks. I think you can already see it. I hope that's not also messing up the stream output. But the frame rate is low. Even if I'm not streaming, the frame rate is lower. Damn. Now I'm thinking I could have my laptop be the stream machine and just like capture card the output, so that if I crash the GPU, the stream doesn't crash. But anyway, I'm gonna have to go over this one other thing. This is like so long-winded, but that's fine. Just having this thing where I want to shoot a ray, right? And I wanted to like follow this line and not have any diagonal skipping, right? If you imagine that if you want to just look somewhere, if there's a voxel like here or there, you want to be able to see that. You don't want to skip through corners. So that was the problem. And I had a few attempts at fixing this. And this is like slightly better, but it wasn't exactly quite right. It's actually kind of scuffed. Yes, and if I go to shoot ray 3, then we have more visuals. So this waits a while and then it starts going. Yeah. So this is the current algorithm kind of visualized. Doesn't always step forwards, which is a problem, but it's fine. But basically, the thought error that I had, let's GIMP again. New, yes. So now stepping forwards, you have your square here. That's a bad square. So we have your square here, and then you have your ray going through. That's the worst ray that I've drawn. What I did, let's say that we're sampling in this position, right? And this is a, empty thing. And then we figure out the distance to this, and then we figure out the distance to this, right? And then we see, oh, okay, this distance is smaller, so we should be stepping into this direction, right? And then I just took this distance and moved forward, like moved the t value forward by that distance. That is not correct. Because we take this distance here and we move like forward by that. And if you follow how far apart this is, like we end up approximately here, which is not here. So that was like, I had that as a problem. I just didn't realize it. And another thing was that I had like negative numbers and positive numbers. But so even when I was visualizing the movement like this, I was still having issues because I wasn't visualizing these vectors. Right now, these represent like the actual t values. So it's the distance divided by like the race speed into that direction. And initially, I just only visualized the distance to the side, and that allowed me to actually know what's wrong and like diagnose and debug and whatever. So the TLDR of this whole 25 minutes segment is please visualize your problems. Um, I don't know how much this is like a note for everyone watching, or just a note for myself. It's like, please take the fucking time. If you can't figure it out, just visualize it. It's so much easier. At least if you can visualize, right? If it's a visualizable problem, then do it, right? It's so good. You can close this. But yeah. Now, and the easy part for me is over, where I just go through the stuff that I've already done and explain it. Now I have to figure out new stuff. Yippee! Yeah. So, I had a few plans. I could either get text rendering working. I already have it working in another project, but then I would have like the voxel pipeline, and then I would have like a UI pipeline separately. Or then I tried to figure out like piping voxel data to the GPU and figuring out how it should be represented and stuff like that. And actually, I just now realized that the very, very first thing I need to do. This is like something I wrote down like last night before going to sleep. And I almost forgot about it. I need to first of all store the voxel data on the CPU. And then I can pipe that to the GPU. And how have I done this in the past? I have just done chunks, but how specifically? Let's look at BS3. Not blocks. Rust. Source. Lib. Let's go. Chunk. Struct. Chunk. Yeah, so we just have a chunk data format and then we just have an array of blocks. Makes sense. Do you want to change this? Do we have any reason to? Probably not. I mean, oi, 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 oi. Oh, actually, yoink. I think I just take these. Right? I guess I also want the rotate. Hey, do I take everything? Is there anything here that I don't need? Well, I don't really have materials and models right now. It's just gonna be the block is either on or off. I don't have rotations either. I don't need the disk save cache. This is actually, I don't remember. This might have been a good optimization. But basically, if a chunk was saved on the disk, then the chunk remembers like what the bytes looked like, right? If it's never changed again, and we go to save the world again, then we don't have to recompute what the bytes for this chunk look like. We can just look at the cache. But if a block is changed in a chunk, then we just discard the cache, and it's gonna be recalculated. Yes. I'm thinking, could I use a similar optimization for making the quad trees? So most likely gonna have some sort of tree structure at some point. Or when we give the voxel data to the GPU, it's not gonna be just a flat array of voxel data. It's gonna be a tree of some sorts. I don't know how the processing of that's gonna happen, but I should remember this. This is like a neat technique. Like if the computation is expensive, then just remember it. Lol. Damn. I could just make this though. I don't need to copy paste. And this file is getting large, but that's fine. Oh, we already have a voxel struct. Dude, I already have this. What the hell? I forgot. Wait, do I use this anywhere? I don't. Okay. Fair enough. I genuinely forgot that I already have storage for voxels on the CPU. Okay, anyway. What do I want to do now? I want to set some data here. Okay, first of all, I need to remember this data somewhere. State. Struct state. Here we have state. I feel like I probably should have game state as a separate thing. Instead of, plopping everything in here. Nah, right now I would only move voxels there. I'm just gonna have them in the same state struct. Voxels. I don't like to make structure when it's not needed. When this gets too messy, then I'll start organizing it and like refactoring. But if I make some structural choice now and it turns out to be bad, then I have to first undo that structure and then I can restructure. I would rather just have it be dumb for now. Because this is easy to modify. It's just that. Yep. Let me go here. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. 5. I missed the quick time of 3 times. Voxels. Do I have to specify? Can I just say this? No, I can't. What do you need? Oh yeah, now here is a specified actual. Yeah, okay. I'm waking up to the world now. And you should complain that you're the wrong size. Oh. True, you want the voxel. Do I just change that to be booleans instead of like a custom thing? Yeah, I do. This is... Yeah. This is just a lot easier to write manually. You want 1,000 elements? Okay, we're gonna downsize our voxel struct a bit. I think I'm gonna do... Yeah, this comment is outdated. I'm just gonna take it away. Yeah, now we only need 27. Let's go. So we have... Can I be cheap? And lazy. Ha ha ha. I'm evil. I avoid work as much as possible. Does this work? Let's go. Okay, so now we should have the same voxel stuff. Okay. I really don't like the fact that it's just flat like this, but I don't know if I think it was like this. I don't remember. I really wish I could just tell Rust it's like, please don't fuck up the formatting of this, but I'm gonna give up for now. This is the one thing that I don't like about Rust. I could avoid doing cargo format entirely, but I like it. It's just these few instances where I don't want it to happen. It's like, please. No. Anyway, I have the voxels, then we have to give them the GPU. So if we want to give someone the GPU, we need to have an input for it. Yeah. Group 1. What is group 1? Yes, we have the camera buffer as a separate thing. Yes. So we're going to create a voxel buffer. So we need a fucking voxel bind group, a voxel buffer. Well, time to do it. Where do we use the camera bind group? Here. You need to create a few things. We do this. Say voxel data instead of camera. I don't know if it's a good idea to have this be like a separate bind group, whatever, or I should be grouping these together. I don't care. I want the layout. Do we get any errors? We don't get any errors. But we don't remember anything about our lovely voxel bind group. So we have to put it here. And this is still a bit incorrect. Fine. See what the error is. It's gonna complain and say it's this line. So we say struct state. We go here. Our wgpu bind group. Let's go. And I should be happy. Yippee! And we can run the code and it's happy? No. Why are you not happy? I mean, this is why, but what do you mean? Current set render pipeline with render pipeline label expects a bind group to be set at index 2. Okay, so I guess I'm not doing that. Actually, where do we render? Here we render. Let's go. Oh, this is writing into. Oh, okay. Nice. So I think the problem is here. And if I comment this out, then it should complain about index 1. Yes. Okay. So I'm missing this currently. Voxel data bind group. Then we say, why I'm like having trouble finding the ampersand on my keyboard. My brain is so alive. Oh yeah, no, it's a runtime error. One complaint about wgpu is that it's runtime errors. Why can't I move the mouse anymore? Nothing moves. And we're rendering some bullshit. Oh, what is happening? No! What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? I didn't... Okay, what we changed? We changed this. I don't think this affects anything. Voxel data bind group. That's fine. Have voxels in the struct. That's fine. Is the camera buffer fucked? No matches. I'm in the shader. I'm dumb. One of two. I think this might be the problemo. Let's make that the voxel buffer instead. Oh, I'm just redefining the camera buffer. We say voxel buffer. Let's go. Yep. Voxel buffer, not camera buffer. Yay, we have a camera again. The camera is being printed like every input. And if I hold an input, then the echo inputs count for that. That's when it prints. But I'm actually keeping track of the keyboard state properly. Wowee. Okay. So now we have a thing for the voxel data. I should probably commit. I should format first. Anyway, fine. That's saved. Now we're not gonna have a situation where I change the code and we lose this state. That's good. We're safe. I truly, when people code and they don't use Git, I can't handle it. My heart is too weak. Like, imagine that I now start changing this and everything breaks and I have no idea what's going on. Imagine not being able to just go here and look at the changes. Like, if I delete something here, like, please use Git. Please. So good. You don't have to remember what you changed. The computer remembers it for you. The computer remembers it for you. Anyway. We have the buffer, but it's probably the wrong size. Let me... I was just looking at this. I have this. We can just... voxel buffer, let's see. Do we have our state here yet? Is this where we're creating the state? Yes, it is. Let me define the voxels down here. I'm gonna move this definition further up so we have access to it. There. Let's kind of make it the first thing. Fuck it. That should work. Format it. Run it. Yep. Still works. All good. Yeah, we can see we moved this from here to here. Yippee. I don't know, I'm imagining that when I show Git like this, if like you already use Git, then it's like boring as hell because it's like, yeah, you're using Git. Wahoo. But if someone watching isn't using Git and you're please just use it. I'm begging you. It's for your own sake. Anyway. We have this here. Now we create the voxel buffer. We're gonna cast a slice like this. Yep, that seems to work. And now we need to read this on the GPU because even if we do nothing else with the voxel buffer, it's still going to be available with the initial data, right? And here in the loop, like in the render loop, when we update these, that's optional. Like the buffer still exists, it still has the data. It's all good, right? It's just if we want to change the voxel data, then we're gonna have to update the buffer. But we don't have to worry about that right now. We can just change the values in the code manually. And, you know, see that the data is being shipped. Show. It's group 2. And I think it's binding 0. And now we need to make a type for this. Guess it's just gonna be the same as here. Hooray. And I could, instead of defining a struct, say yes, I don't need a struct. Let's go raw. 27 booleans, thank you! This feels wrong to do without a struct, but it's not wrong. At least I think so. Get rid of this. I really like that I call this thing sanity. Tickles my fancy. Is that really all we do? That can't be right. Yeah. Hey, what is the error? Hello? Alignment requirements for outer space uniform are not met by 7. Also, I guess it has to be a multiple of 16. 32, I guess? I mean, I'm gonna give you less data, but that should be fine. Okay, what are you crying about now? It's not valid. Wow. I don't know what this means. So I'm gonna make a struct and hope it makes every issue go away. It doesn't make everything go away. What? Invalid sub-axis. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, let's first of all just do this. Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Yep. Yeah. So I was just trying to index into the struct in a wrong way. But I still have the same alignment issue. The type is not host shareable. What do you mean? What? Can I not just have a an array of booleans? Is that what you mean to tell me? What if I just make a 64? No? Can you? Okay, apparently not. What if I have integers? How do I define an integer here again? Let's try I32. Still not correct. If I just say something dumb, then I should complain about that, right? Yeah, so unknown type. So I32 is a valid type. Hmm. Okay, is it something dumb where this shouldn't matter? Change the order. Yeah, no, it's still. Let's go. This is... I'm not having a statically sized issue. This is a different issue. Storage. Hmm. How does this write the funny word surge here and everything works? Please? No. Alright, same thing. Anyway. Let's read more, I guess. This is something that I want to like read later. Oh, I already have this open here. Fixed sized array type. Hey. Venom Interstellar. Thank you for the follow. If I may make a logical leap, you might be someone who I know on Discord. Maybe, maybe. Or then it's a coincidence that you just happen to have the same name. Hello, hello. Yeah. There's. Yeah. I'm having some fun. Oh, I completely forgot that the current state is broken. Let me stash these so I can show you the current progress. We have voxels being ray traced. Yippee! The problem is this data is purely on the GPU. I think I already... Wait, did I send you a video of this? I think I did, right? Also, let me test something real fast. Okay. There's like a small noise when I hit my headphones on the mic. Like the pop filter. But anyway, all this data is on the GPU, which is not good. And to send stuff from the CPU instead. So I'm currently trying to just have let me see. Let me see what you're posting. Okay. XD. I don't know how sensitive Twitch is with like KOS memes and whatnot. But I can say it's not the wipe that I want. Anyway, not a laugh. True. Let me see. Yep, so I just want to have array, or I want to have a buffer that I can just push data to. Oh, hello, Nikki. Yeah, I just want to have a buffer that I can update. I already have that with the camera, and I don't understand what I'm doing differently. And we have a thing here. It's two vectors. Wow. And then let's have it here. And I'll have an array. And it's not good. For some reason. I'm trying to figure out why wgpu is mad at me. Yeah. I mean, I already do it with the camera, right? Like, I wouldn't be able to move around if I couldn't update data on the GPU. I forget all the time that it's currently broken. I can't go in the game. I can't move around in it. Actually, unless I run it from here. Oh, it's the die. Rip. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing that I can do is just stash the changes, not discard, and then I can run it. This is easy as well, but I'm gonna do this for now, so I have it. So the current goal, right? The current goal. This is gonna load for a bit. For some reason, it takes a bit. It's ready now. It's not okay now. It is. If I run this project, I have some voxel stuff, and it's like actually working as well. You know, I can play stuff. We have some lighting, very like simple lighting, but still, you know, stuff is happening. Oh, I broke it. Anyway, and you know, so it's basically like a simple parkour game, and I can make stages just by placing down blocks. Yes, but the visuals suck. It's terrible. It's just not good, and I don't know how it make it good. And there's also issues with like converting stuff between like when I'm no clipping, I'm just moving the player like directly in Godot, and when I go back out of no clip, I'm like creating a physics body in my own physics engine, I guess. I guess it is a physics engine. But yeah. And there's just the little alignment issues. Like if I teleport the player to a precise location, they might phase through the floor. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to phase through the floor. And then I make a band-aid fix and it fucks other stuff up. And I just had a moment where like, what am I doing? Like, why don't I just code everything instead of using Godot? So now I'm coding everything instead of using Godot. That's the journey, right? And here we are, struggling with the GPU. So you could say that the goal is to just make a like parkour game kind of deal, right? And I do also have another project in mind, which is like a liminal space game. But yeah. But basically, I just have a ton of stuff that I want to make with voxels, and I need the voxels, so I'm making the voxels. And I would rather make it myself than use some ready-made stuff. But yeah, Nikki, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, actually, no, I can picture it in my head now. Yeah, I see. Nice. Psychic transmission of meme. Yeah. Anyway, I need to drink some water. Uh, Back to this. Wow, the type is not whole shareable. Yep, whole shareable. Okay, what is a concrete? Was it that there's abstract stuff and there's concrete stuff? Yeah. So I'm Booleans are not abstract. Uh, it's a fixed size array, right? Creation fixed. What do you mean? Do you have any recommendation as to how to start with shaders? Well, if from like absolute zero, I mean, okay. So how would I say it? Um, so what I was about to say is, it just depends on your goal, right? Like, what do you actually want to do? If you just want to like achieve visual effects and stuff, then yeah, Godot is fine. And I think you could also try to do some raycasting shenanigans there. Yeah, I mean, Godot is fine for that, right? And there's some graph stuff you can do, and there's also liking it as type code. Cellular automata and compute shaders. I have to admit, I'm no expert in shaders. I'm just now diving into the GPU stuff. But I can say if you go this route where you put up the window and everything, there's boilerplate that you have to figure out. And like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think you can use Godot and get used to the like logic of like how shaders work and whatever. Like with Godot. And mm-mm. The boiling plate. That's good. Um, I don't know. If you just want to do visual effects, then yeah, you can just use Godot. Like I've definitely done some shader stuff. I don't know if I have anything about seamless anywhere. I do. I lied. This pains me because this is in dev hell. Um, yes, this thing. So I have the like player, and they go through this thing, and they change color very smoothly, right? So this is like a shader effect. I really like it. Um, and it's just in Godot. You can just access screen pixels and then do stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, just use Godot, I would say. But for me, it's like I want to have good performance with voxel raycasting. Um, I don't know. It feels like I would have to fight the engine for that. Maybe that's my impression. I don't know it for sure, but no. Short answer: just try Godot. I don't know. I know Shader Toy is like a place as well where you can like write shaders and stuff. Um, there was some can't. Mm-mm. There's some like really good introductory video or something to shaders that I've seen. But yeah, I don't know. The main point is to just start, right? As with everything, it's you shouldn't worry too much about the specifics. I guess the only thing you should really worry about is like what pathway gets me to doing the thing the fastest, right? And like has the highest chance of me actually doing the thing. Because if you start putting up your own window and stuff, you might just give up, right? And you will never write a single shader because you didn't get to that, right? But if it's open Godot, it's like you have to have really low motivation to give up before you can get to writing a shader, right? That's how I see it. Um, and if you start facing issues with Godot where it's like, oh, I wish I had more control, then welcome, come here, do this. And also, uh, yes, this thing, this thing, this, this. Really good. If you want to get into wgpu, just this is what I've been following. I basically just copy pasted a bunch of stuff from here, um, to actually get the screen up. And I think when I got to here, yeah, here's where I stopped using the tutorial. Basically, I mean, I did get a texture on the screen, but then I was like, I don't know. But this is where I dropped it. I was like, oh, okay, I have stuff on the screen now. Like I can go from here. Thank you. Uh, that was basically my my take on this. But really, I don't know. I don't. It's interesting. It takes so much just to get anything on the screen. Um. Anyway, post-shareable types. Back to this. Uh. Okay. Yeah, let's supposed to look at these. Yeah, fixed size array with n elements. Type E. Yes, it is fixed sized. So it must be about the creation fixed footprint. What do you mean by that? What does it mean? I mean, I would assume that this is um. I would assume this is a fixed footprint instead of a creation fixed footprint. Is that the crime? Surely not, right? It has to be at least this. Good luck with the homework. That actually reminds me, I'm supposed to like read chemistry and do like homework, but that's after the stream. I have the whole day, so I don't have school today. Smile. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by and good luck with the homework. Mm, mm. I'm not gonna study more chemistry. This is like the first course, and it is interesting, but there are other things that are more interesting, sadly, and I can't choose everything. Oof. Good luck. I mean, technically, also, I could maybe choose everything, but then it's like the workload would be too large. But yeah. I I'm really tempted to just do the dumbest thing which would be to have 27 different variables for each voxel instead of an array. And see if that satisfies the constraints. Actually, yeah, let's just do it. I'm not gonna use this. Do I already? Okay, let's comment this out so we don't get an error about trying to access this. See ya. Have a good one. This is the greatest code that I've ever written, or it's about to be. God, I wish there was an easier way to do this. Dude, yes, I'm so glad that's a line. Also, yeah. What am I writing 12 for? Actually, I'm gonna copy this. This is peak programming, and you can't change my mind. Now, let's see. I have 27 booleans in a quote-unquote array. Let's go. Do we get an error this time? We do. I really wasn't expecting that. Okay. What is the... Is boolean the issue? Can I not share booleans? Okay. Can I share integers? Okay, let's do... Alright. Interesting. Oh, yeah, because everything is true. Yeah. This makes sense. Okay. So I can share I32s. I can't share booleans, which is interesting. Why? Let's comment these out. Oh, let's... Because I already did this. Right? Okay. I was gonna have like a schizo meltdown if that worked. Because I could have sworn that I already did this. I really, really quote-unquote love how I can define 27 variables, and it's fine. But if I have those variables, like, if I have those values in an array instead of separate variables, then oh god, it's invalid. Really love that. But I guess this is like getting some padding in between or something. Okay. Can't share booleans, that's fine. We can just share integers. Yeah, okay. I'm also gonna do the same on this side, I guess. We're not gonna have booleans defined in the thing. It's just gonna be a bunch of zeros. And then we can pass it, like, in between. It's way less efficient for memory, but we don't care, because we just want it to work. Simply want it to work. So what is this error? So the first error, figured out. We just can't share booleans. Let's confirm that. Let's put xd here, make it a bool, and now it's gonna cry about that, right? Hey, the type is not shareable. Yep, can't do booleans for some reason. Then the issue with this is the element size. If I do 36 or 32, is it valid? Let's see. Please be. It's not. 16? 8? 1? I'm grasping at straws here. Well, let's just go one at a time. What is a valid number? Is it... Okay. I'm not gonna actually do that. What do you mean? Oh. Is it because we're actually writing to the buffer and that's where the issue is coming from? Is that it? Oh, okay, so this might be that I could write any number here and it wouldn't work because it's the issue is coming from here. Okay. Okay. Let's just cast an empty slice here. Let's just put 1, 0 here. That work? That works. Or, actually, wait, when is this error happening? No, this is a shader validation error. It's not a data thing. Yeah. Okay. If only I just knew what number to put here. Holy. Or do I really do the dumbest thing ever? I just roll with this and just write. I need like a corresponding tree down here. I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. Um, there we go. That's the first one down. Just 27 more. I don't know how many I just pasted. Yeah, just for the record, I know this is extremely dumb, but I just want to know if I can actually even pass data. I mean, I already know with the camera, but anyway, I'm doing this still. I don't know how to do it with said. Winnie. 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost done anyway. $27. Yippee. I wonder. Oh, I just realized it's probably incorrect. The buffer is one with size 28, where the shader expects 102. Yes, that's fine. I know what the issue is. Now we need to fix this. You may not like it, but this is what the peak programming looks like. For sure, for sure. Do we get cries of help from anywhere else? We don't. There might be like a misalignment issue through. I mean, that was just faster through. Trust me. And we still see everything being just completely filled out. Also, this should be 0. And this should be 1. Oh, I just realized. I just modified directly there. We're not getting our lovely voxel data still. We were saying if it's not 0, you do that. We should have zeros in here. Oh, but I'm doing a dumb, right? Or am I? No. I am casting this here. Voxels, not voxels. We're successfully passing it. Why does it not work? Oh, because I'm dumb. What do you mean you don't want to? I checked and then I was like, yeah, anyway, it's true. Yippee! It works! Wahoo! And now I should be able to just change this a little bit here. Put a 1 over there. Let's see how it changes. Hey, there's another thing. We can change the data. That's wonderful. Let's put another one right here. There we go. We're piping the data to the GPU. Excellent. Now we just have to make it not dumb. This is not how you roll. This is not how we roll. Right? But it does work, which is amazing. Let's commit this. Man makes commit with the worst code ever. Asks to retire. uh, the worst commit so far. It's so real, dude. I really like that. I really, really like this. It's such a meme. Oh, did I format? Probably not. Oh yeah, you're supposed to be just one line apparently. Let's amend this. Let's go. Worst commit so far. Pushed. So somehow, like, this is fine, but this isn't. Clearly, wgpu prefers if we would, you know, specify each variable separately. Like, you know, who needs a race, right? It's clearly the message that I'm receiving here. And yeah. Alignment requirements for address space uniform are not met by 7. What if I get a storage? Does it fix it this time? It doesn't. Oh, I need to change stuff here. Uniform here. Don't work. Bruh. Expected about, what do you mean? Oh, okay. I guess the voxel is only gonna be reading that. No. But now we're getting a validation error. Right, this is different. So this should just work. Right? Like, if I fix these errors, then it's not gonna complain about, oh, it's the wrong size. Because it's storage and not uniform. Uniform is like poopy. And storage is giga chad. So I just need to change this a bit. Maybe? It just works. And that's so easy. That's so easy. It's so easy. WGPU, not a challenge. Step it up. Don't step it up. Don't step it up. I'm a frail human being. Keep. This is a moderate amount of challenge. You know, you could even make it easier, actually. You know, at the same time, easy Katka, right? God damn. And just to confirm, actually, before I confirm anything, I need the sunglasses emoji. I almost searched for said when I already have it open. There we go, then we have sunglasses. Yes. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Yes, now to change the data a bit and see if it still works. Let's make these two ones. So I should really just make more stuff 0 so I can actually tell if something's changing. Let's make this whole bunch. It's all zeros, all zeros. 0 out the whole thing. Yeah, it's definitely getting changed. I am passing the thing. Oh, I see some render issues here. This is not supposed to be see-through. Anyway, wow. Now I can clean the shader. Yoink. Yoink. There we go. Oh, yeah. Nice. It works. Next I need to change the voxels at the runtime. I do kind of want to wrap this stream up with changing the voxels at runtime. And then... Yes. But what is the easiest way to just change them? Let's go to render. Here we are at the render. Let's first of all update the buffer. Storage buffer? I would guess. Where do we have the camera buffer? Oh, right. Setting the buffer. I can write buffer. Oh, okay. So vertex buffer is like a special child case. Anyway, self.q.write buffer. Oh, do I store the camera buffer? No. Do I store the voxel buffer like this? Struct state. I don't. Oh. This is fine. I'm just gonna comment that out so I don't get errors from it. Don't have this. 617. Is it with that variable? It is. Alright, good. I'm gonna return here. Voxel buffer. I think this is at 1. We're just gonna say this. We need a thing here. Like that. Okay. Let's offset. This is an offset. I just need to know where the buffer lives. Hey. What do you mean? Or does it say 0? Actually, I'm dumb. Why would I? Anyway, there we go. Okay. I don't know why I changed that. Now we need to modify. Can I just say that? So let's make it empty by default. Nothing here. It's gonna be the easiest to see. I'm gonna have 1 voxel there. That's fine. I have terrible performance now. No, that's fine. But there's only 1 voxel here ever. This is also beautiful. We have 1 voxel there. Now, if we uncomment this, we should see 2 voxels per thingy. We see 1 voxel per thingy. Oh, now we see 2. Interesting. So, oh, are we? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. This +1 here is the problem. We should still have 2 voxels per thing. Yes, we do. Would. Yes. We can indeed pass voxel data. We can modify it on the CPU, and it gets passed to the GPU, and the GPU renders the new data. I should do a meme here, where pick, then we do, let's do 26 to be safe. Oh, I need to self-tick. We need to say as usize. Also, at this moment, it's good to say, this might produce some fast flashing effects, right? This is your warning. we might see some flashing stuff. Be aware, right? I don't know if someone's watching without audio. Okay, I'm gonna. How do I do this? I want to be thorough with this, right? See, and then yeah, I know. I need to change the fucking font size. There you go. Yeah. So we have potentially flashing lights. Let's see. I kinda is, right? Great success. Alright, that's enough for that. But great, we can modify the data. That's great. I want to comment this out just so next time I come here, I don't do that. That's good though. That's good. I think I just commit. I achieved my goal of transmitting data. I didn't make any like smart form for the data where it's like a tree and stuff. But it took a while just to get any kind of data being shipped. I don't know why booleans can't be like transmitted. Anyway, yeah. Now I need to select the file. Yes. Whatever, just push everything. That's fine. Anyway, so if we have some people present, we're gonna raid someone. Let's see. How's the stream doing? How are we doing? 4. Okay. Pleasant surprise. Let's see. We're gonna go to R.L. Jones. I mean, I said that wrong. It's R.J. L. Jones. Raid. There we go. We'll go there. There's no raid message. Just be nice, follow their chat rules, and have a good time. And you can see my schedule. I don't have a schedule right now, but it's gonna be at nearpatty.com/stream/schedule if I have one. And you can see old streams at nearpatty.com/stream/archive. And yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.